Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Inkechi Madalayade, and I am grateful to have you come back here to receive answers to questions that are bothering you. I'm a certified and professional counselor who has been leading women over the past 5 years. And my mission, put simply, is to build a legacy system for women, families, organizations, and nations. Today, our question is, what is the best age for a lady to get married? Our question for today is, what is the best age for a lady to get married? And it is a valid question for those that are concerned, whether you are young and you want to know the perfect time to get married, or you are getting older, not in a bad way, getting older, we all get older, but you're getting older and you want to know if there's a certain best age that makes you feel rightly married. And the answer is, it depends on when you have grown yourself enough into understanding what the concept of marriage is, and being able to now step into it. It's just like saying, when is the best time to be a millionaire? And we see different people become millionaires at different ages. Some people are then now able to sustain their wealth as a result of what they have grown into when it comes to financial knowledge, education, and intelligence. And for some people, they are able to now become a millionaire, and then again, they are now back to being hundrednians, if there's something like that. The point is, it's not just about age, it's about your readiness. And you see some people get married at such a young age and have a fantastic marriage going on. Is as a result, for a lot of them, especially in this generation, is as a result of their early awareness to the following things that I'll be sharing with you. And for some people, they are not just ready because they did not have the opportunity to be aware to some of these things that I'll be sharing to you early enough. So it didn't matter what age they were clocking last year, last 2 years, or even last 3 years. It mattered more about their readiness, understanding of the concept of marriage, and how they were going to take it up from there. And um self-discovery, so I want to share with you some tips to know that you are ready to get married, because the question is there a marriageable, what's the best age for you as a lady to get married? I would say the best age and the best time is, number one, when you have taken out time, and you continue to take out time to discover who you are, why you have been sent here on earth, where you are going, what your contribution to the world will be, how you are going to carry out that assignment. That is purpose, which comes out from you taking out time to understand and discover yourself, comes out from, is the most important thing that can happen to you here on earth, not even married. Because when you do not have the understanding of that self-concept and understanding of yourself, that is your self-discovery, you would not be able to know who you should have as a partner and who you shouldn't have as a partner. Because the fact that you are 35 or 36 and you think that you're ready to get married doesn't mean every man on the streets is your right fit partner. So it's not by age, collaborating with age. I'm 38, he's 42, so let's get married. There's a lot more that needs to happen to make the marriage work. Responsibility is very key. You see 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, highly responsible, and sometimes you see a 32, 33-year-old doesn't even know much about responsibility yet. So responsibility matters. What's your responsibility level? And that is why a 23-year-old can be very ready for marriage, and someone that is 32 is not even ready. Not because the person is not grown age-wise, but because the person has not grown themselves in this institution that they want to get into. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope that you are following. The third point is understanding your fullness, understanding the fullness of who you are, and of course, being confident enough and being matured enough to enjoy your singlehood. That is one thing people do not know is an important step in helping you to be matured enough for marriage. You don't want to be that person that is just desperate, and is looking at it so that when the partner finally comes, it looks like you want to suck life out of them. Don't get it wrong. Marriage and partnership in marriage is beautiful, and the both of you should, when you have chosen to come together, you should now get intertwined and begin to share your lives together. But it should be sharing your lives together from a place of fullness, not from a place of neediness, not from a place of wants, and not from a place of emptiness. When it comes from those spaces, there's the desperation, there's the gap, there's the there's the frustration, there's the person never being able to fulfill all your needs and desires, and those things now begin to cause challenges in the marriage, and sometimes in the courtship even before the marriage. So understanding your fullness and of course being matured enough to be confident in your singlehood is a very good sign to know that you are ready for marriage. Okay, don't say you are not desperate and be behaving desperate. Don't say one thing with your mouth and another thing, you know, with your actions. All right, on this channel we're going to talk more about not being desperate and as well being well positioned to find your right fit partner. So don't worry, we got all that, because some people sometimes mix things up. When we say don't be desperate, they think sit down in your room, lock your door, don't go anywhere, don't worry. No, it's going to come down from your house ceiling and to come and find you. That's not what we are talking about, okay? But there's a way you can be confident in your singlehood and still be well positioned to be the right fit partner and also be found as the right partner. As a matter of fact, I even have a book that I've written concerning that. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Another thing is to be matured enough, to be matured enough to understand and to continue to grow and nurture the joy within you. You know, joy is one thing, especially when it comes to singleness, that the enemy wants to, basically wants to use to frustrate the lives of people that are single and that are waiting. So he wants you to stop being joyful. He wants you to be miserable. He wants you to be sorrowful. He wants you to be angry. And most importantly, he wants you to be ungrateful and just sit and sink in the pool of comparison. Do not let that be you. And finally, for this episode, of course, you should be willing to share. The truth is, there are a lot of things that you're still going to learn when you get married, during courtship, when you finally meet the partners, when you finally meet your right fit partner. But at the same time, before that person comes, to make things easier, there are things that you should already start learning from now. That is why there are some marriages that they just met in a couple of months and they were really good to go to get married. I'm not talking about desperate people who just met in a couple of months and just got married and out of desperation. I'm talking about like matured people that actually knew that they were meant for each other. They met each other within a couple of months and they knew that they should just get married. Why does that happen? It happens because these people have really been working on themselves. They are not waiting around, waiting to be pushed, waiting to be encouraged, just to make those moves and to learn those things that are needed in making a marriage relationship and a marriage union work. So is that you? Would that be you? It can never be too excess. You can never read so many books. You can never listen to so many videos. You can never, there are a lot of things that it can never get too much. Sometimes women may think that, oh, it's getting so much for me, I do not know if I want to continue. Or somebody may make a statement like, oh, I'm waiting, when my partner finally comes then we'll continue. The truth is, do not stop, do not get tired. Do not stop, do not get tired, because the truth is, the more matured and the more things that you learn, The more matured you become, the more you attract a better quality of a man. And we're going to talk about that on another question, okay? Talking about mindset, women trying to downgrade themselves so that they attract available men. Because they are available doesn't mean that they are for you. You can tweet that, because they are available doesn't mean that for you they are for you. And I'm a person that encourages women to make sure that they don't discard people around them, but at the same time, you are not going to lower your standard or lower your quality just because you want to get married, because marriage is a long-term union that can add or take away from you in every aspect of your life. When you get married, it becomes like the second soul. Of course, that is after a relationship with God, understanding yourself, or should I say, like the third soul. It becomes like the third heartbeat of your life system, without which, if it is not successful, you are not going to be happy in other areas. So, this is not a thing of stamping an age to it. You can be 23 and be ready for marriage if you were exposed to good parenting. And parenting may not mean biological parenting, may mean mentorship, it may mean spiritual parents, spiritual parenting, and so on and so forth. If you're exposed to that on time and you started to do things on time, there are people that already started to work early enough, 18, 16, you most likely will be good to go. But if there's a and you've already started to build in that area as well deliberately, it's just like saying because somebody is 40, they should automatically become a millionaire. Are you not seeing it in today's world that there are people that are younger that are millionaires? Just as an example, I use that as an example because the truth is, those people that are younger that become billionaires, there's something they invested in that is different. And people that those that are 40 that are probably not yet, they're also invested in something different as well. It doesn't mean one person is right or one person is wrong. It just boils down to the choice that these two parties have decided to make regarding where they believe that they are headed in their life. Okay, let me know if you have further questions regarding this. But your best age to get married is the best age when you are growing in your maturity, when you are when you're growing your maturity, when you're grooming and nurturing these things, and of course, when your rightful partner also finds you as well. And we will talk more about positioning and getting found by your rightful partner. My name is Nkechi Manola, the Sage Nell, and it has been a pleasure sharing these answers with you for today's question. Do well to send in more questions that you may have. Check the descriptions, check the write-up in the description below, and let us continue to share valuable answers that will move your life forward, because that is why I'm here for you. Of course, for private counseling and consultation, I am also here to serve you. I will see you in the next video. Do well to subscribe and share this if you have found it useful for you. Bye.